Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, not one, but two instances of shocking hair removal.
Also, we found Jake Paul's next boxing opponent.
All that and more on the way next. We finally got a robot video that I've been waiting for so long. And we can send it to you if you text the word robot to 8772 RadioU. This is a boxing robot boxing against a man.
Yeah.
And the man is taking it way too easy on this robot.
Oh my gosh. Like, the man is definitely a part of the company, I feel like, hired by the company that is putting on this robot show. And so
I think this
they told
man made this robot.
Maybe that, or they told him, like, you literally cannot knock the robot.
Yeah, because he could have knocked the block off of this robot.
Oh my gosh, so easily.
The robot, I mean, let's give it credit. This is at the World Robots Conference, which is just going on in China. The robot, it's got some good power to its punches, and it's pretty quick.
Yes.
But this man's not even hardly trying, and the robot definitely gets back on its heels, and he lets the robot recover, but he could have knocked the robot. Yeah, like not even like a regular knockout like you'd see in a boxing match, but he could have like done a cartoon thing and like swung and hit the robot, and it would have flown out of the ring, the boxing ring.
Yes.
And he let up, and so I was disappointed to see that.
Yeah, he could have really got him with a nasty left hook and just like totally taken him out.
Yeah.
But we didn't see that. And again, I think that was the point. I don't think they were ever going to actually allow this robot to lose. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit like Jake Paul early in his career, you know, yeah. He was protected and nobody was going to let him lose. Allegedly, you know, for legal reasons. I can't say that's actually what was happening, but it sure seemed like it.
This robot versus Jake Paul is the fight we need.
Yes.
That'd be something to watch.
An actual fair fight.
The robot, I mean, like I said, it's definitely, when it's on offense, it's not too bad. But
yeah, the punches didn't look terrible.
It just looks like it would not, you know, be able, no can defend. Robot no can defend.
Yep, 100%. It does not know wax on, wax off. It's going to get crushed if somebody actually tried to punch it.
And then it's so weird that they programmed in at the end where the robot, like, it does the salute kind of thing. I don't know, like, you know, like where he's, you know, playing to the crowd and whatever, and kind of saluting his opponent at the end. That's like they went through the trouble of adding that in. I guess,
adding that programming.
Good sportsmanship, I suppose.
Good sportsmanship, although I feel like it's never, if it was in an actual boxing match, it's never going to need that because it's not going to win and it's not going to be standing on its 2 feet.
That's right. One of the oldest questions in the book. If God is so good, why do bad things happen? You ever heard this, Allie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's your answer?
Oh, it's a hard question to answer.
I caught you off guard.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I think one of the best answers I heard for this very question was from a theologian by the name of Dr. John Lennox.
Okay.
And he said life is like it's a mixed picture. And he describes it as beauty and bombs, or beauty and barbed wire.
Okay.
And he said, there really is no like soft and easy answer to suffering that we see in the world. There's nothing that's going to make suffering feel better or maybe even feel necessary. But there is something out there that explains why there is suffering and also shows an example of God not being kind of like exempt from the suffering or far away from human suffering. And that example is Jesus Christ, because he actually stepped into that. He died for us on a cross, and so and like had the worst death that we've ever seen and has ever been recorded in human history. And so he didn't stay far away from what we see, the bad things that happen. In fact, he stepped into it.
Yeah. That beats probably my answer.
What was your answer?
Well, mine was just going to be that, like, we're not in heaven yet. And so this is an imperfect world, and we are all selfish people. So a lot of the suffering, a lot of the bad things that happen can be attributed to somebody making a bad choice, whether a mistake or intentionally, to cause somebody else suffering.
Right.
But my good news, my perspective is that if there's no God at all, then all this suffering just sucks, and then what's the point?
That's exactly what John Lennox is talking about. He's like, your suffering makes no sense if there's no Jesus.
Yes.
If there's no redemption for the suffering at the end, then all of this is pointless.
Yeah. Which is pretty sad to hear. But the good news is that's not the case. That your suffering, there's a beauty to it.
Yeah.
It's not that God is causing any suffering or any bad things to happen, but God can take bad things and does take bad things and still turn them into good, which is crazy to think about.
Exactly.
That any kind of bad thing can have a good end at some point. And that's because of God.
Yeah, that is the hope that we have in Christ, that there's a redemption at the end of this. At the end of this mess, this mixed picture of beauty and bombs, there's some type of grand plan that Jesus has, that God has, that's going to redeem it all in the end.
So if you want some hope in the midst of bad things, in the midst of suffering, and to know that good things can come out of it, start talking to God and find that hope from him today, wherever you are, whatever situation you find yourself in. Start talking to Jesus. Let him talk to you and let him show you the difference he can make. If you want to know more, RadioU.com/free gift. It's funny. I was going to talk about this right now anyways, but then I looked at the text at 8772 Radio-U, and Susanna literally just asked, how is Delilah the dog doing?
We need a little theme song for Delilah the dog for her updates.
We could barely get the useless knowledge theme song working.
But maybe we could sing this one and be like, hey there, Delilah, it's time for a dog update. Something like that.
All right, I think you've done it. Very good. I will save that for later. Delilah the dog, she's been doing well. But the highlight is that this weekend happened to be an event in town called Bark Bash.
Oh.
I've gone to this many times before.
Okay.
When I had Zafir the dog, we didn't actually bring Zafir the dog. We would go to this dog show and not bring our dog, which is kind of weird. Not many people did that because it's like an event where there's a bunch of vendors set up that, sell different things for your dog, or, they're vets, they're the Humane Society, so they're doing adoption stuff, they're all that kind of stuff. And then people bring their dogs and you can let your dog swim in the lake and whatever. But we never had brought Zafir the dog. We just went and bought stuff and whatever. This time, we brought Delilah the dog to get her some socialization with other dogs in a hopefully healthy way.
Uh-huh.
And so she did very well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she behaved the whole time. But here's what I didn't realize. Because she behaved really well. When we first got her, I think it was the medications or something, or she had just had her surgery. But she would walk so chill right by her, basically walk to heel without being trained to do that. And I'm like, this is so different because Zafira the dog would always pull on the leash. Delilah, once she's got comfortable, now she likes to pull. So I got to train her on that.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think she was pulling that much. It wasn't but I had her on a tight leash the whole day.
Yeah.
Because, don't want her to, see
There's
one
other
dog
dogs
she doesn't
around,
like, or sniffing around other business she doesn't need to be. And so that was fine. I think she did pretty well. But then I got home later in the day and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, why are my abs so sore? I got a real workout.
You got an ab workout.
Yeah, from
she is a bigger dog.
Holding on from just keeping the leash tight.
Wow.
The whole time.
Well, you got to do more of that.
I know. That's literally what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I want to train her to stop doing that because it feels I feel like I got a really good workout.
You're like, I need this, actually.
Yeah. This is my key to a six-pack is just walking my maniac dog, apparently.
I've never thought of that, but I mean, it makes sense. You'd be straining to try and make sure that.
Yeah, it was all core. And so, I got a good core workout, but the Bark Bash, they call it, that went well. We now have a crate for Delilah because so we can actually leave the house. We've done that a few times. And so if we didn't have that, what she would do is she chews on things.
She's a chewer.
Yes, she definitely, that would be the main problem is we would come home and everything would be destroyed. Not like anxiety. She just she's not a puppy anymore, but she still has the chewing mentality of a puppy. Yeah. A puppy does. So.
It takes a while for that to for them to grow out of that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's fine. We got to keep an eye. Pens is what she's always stealing. She wants to steal pens. And
I feel like that could be dangerous.
Yeah. I don't want her swallowing stuff.
No, don't.
She's
no ink, none of that.
Yeah, she typically is chewing and not like eating. She's not eating it. She's just chewing it. So hopefully she doesn't swallow that stuff. But that's the Delilah the dog update. You want to do your song again real quick?
Hey there, Delilah. It's time for a dog update.
Over the weekend, the English Premier League season kicked off. But the biggest highlight, I think, from the soccer world was not about the games. It was actually about World Cup darling Erling Haaland, who cut off his signature long hair.
Erling, no!
Everyone got to know him worldwide at the World Cup he had long locks, beautiful blonde
man bun in the back of his head.
Yeah, and it's gone.
It's gone.
It is.
Not a really big fan of the man bun, so you would think I wouldn't mind, but it just was so iconic on him.
Yeah.
That he looks weird without it.
I agree that it was like it worked for him. Even like I didn't like it, but I liked it at the same time.
Yep, I would describe it the same way because I've never liked the man bun, but for some reason with him, it just worked.
I was mystified by it too at the World Cup because I'm just like, how is it always in place?
It's so perfect.
It never moves.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's heading, like his main thing is heading the ball.
Yeah.
And somehow his hair never moved.
It was I wonder if he put something in it.
I don't know.
Did he like hairspray it?
I mean, maybe, but that still really wouldn't explain how if I put my hair when I have longer hair, now it's not quite long enough, I don't think. But if I put my hair up in a like a hair tie or something, it eventually falls out of place.
Exactly, same.
And I'm not heading back of soccer balls.
I know. I'm very confused how he kept
running
it in
around
place.
or anything.
He had to put something in it, like some type of thing that makes it a little bit harder. Like, you know what ballet dancers use? They use like some type of thing.
Paste?
Yes, to keep their hair down. So.
He had some kind of Viking magic. I don't know what it was, but
he was using something.
Now he doesn't need to worry about that anymore. Do you, he looks like somebody to me.
Okay.
Especially now with the short hair. Do you know who it is?
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
It's actually, he looks like somebody from Radio U. Not like a DJ, but he looks like somebody from Radio U. Do you see it?
Like a band?
An artist, yeah.
Manifest?
No. He looks like Zonti.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like exactly like Zonti.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it for sure.
Him and Zonti could definitely be doppelgangers.
They could be brothers.
Yeah. They
twin brothers.
They definitely could. So, we're just going to take some getting used to.
Yep.
Because we all knew him with the long hair, but I think it's still a good look for him to have the short. Like the buzz cut's not bad.
He doesn't look terrible. I've never been a fan of a buzz cut, even more than not a fan of the man bun.
Yeah.
I just sound very picky when it comes to
I know you really are. You really are
right now. But
what haircut would you like him to have?
I was always a big fan of the close shave on the side with like more hair on top.
Oh, okay.
I was a fan of that
cut that everybody has.
Yep, I was a fan of that. Like, it's the like Tommy Shelby look from like Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
I think he'd look good like that.
He could probably rock that.
Yeah.
I think he could rock anything.
That might be the real answer.
I almost did this weekend. I'm glad I didn't. I was going to shave off my beard and just have a mustache, but obviously that would be overshadowed by this. So I'm glad I didn't do it.
Yeah,
this
you have
weekend.
to wait for the right moment.
Right time. It's time for our Monday tradition, the box office breakdown, letting you know what made money and what didn't in theaters this weekend. And of course, we'd love to hear from you. What have you seen lately? 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Allie, what do you think was the number one movie?
I feel like I remember mentioning when we did the weekend watch list that the list of movies coming out this week were rather weak. So I'll say Spider-Man was probably still number one.
It was still Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Although Spider-Man finally had like a steeper drop, I would say.
Okay.
Like its numbers kind of look a little more normal for one weekend.
Okay.
It was number one and it made $39 million.
Okay, so overall, it sounds like the box office didn't do that well this weekend.
It wasn't the worst overall, but yeah, Spider-Man's still number one at 39 million. It's getting close. I don't know that it'll get there, but it's getting close to having $1 billion just in North America alone.
That's very impressive to do.
854 right now.
Okay, it's slowing down quite a bit that it might not get there, but if it does...
that it could even get close is crazy.
I was going to say, if it does, it's very, very impressive to get that in just the United States.
So the biggest new release this weekend was at number 2. It was Insidious, Out of the Further. That made $25 million in North America.
Okay.
Does that seem good?
I don't know what the previous Insidious films have done, but this movie is like, what, the 8th one? I don't know. Like, there's so many of them. And so I feel like the further and further you get away from the original, it's pretty expected that you're going to make less and less money each time because the crowd of people interested in it gets smaller and smaller usually.
Yeah. I feel like 25... not horrible.
Yeah, for a horror movie, not bad.
And then at number 3, The Odyssey, which has been out for 6 weeks and still at the top 3. Not only still in the top 3, it still made almost $20 million.
Wow. What's its total sitting at now?
In
worldwide?
North America, worldwide, The Odyssey is at $1.4 billion.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Anything else worth talking about? I mean, I don't know. We mentioned Spa Weekend.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That only made $3 million.
Yikes.
Mutiny was the new Jason Statham movie. That made $7 million. And The Magic Faraway Tree, the family movie with Andrew Garfield, made $1.3 million.
That's going to do great numbers on streaming someday.
Yes. Whatever. I don't even know what streaming service it will go to because it was released by or distributed by Vertical Entertainment. I don't know what that is. So.
I feel like it's going to be on Prime or Peacock, one of those.
It feels like a Prime movie, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right. Let us know what you've seen lately. Your reviews at 8772 Radio U or with the talkback button in the Radio U app. Allie, I know you said you were going to the movies this weekend.
I did go see a movie. I had the wrong movie because I think I mentioned which one I was going to go see. I had the wrong weekend that it would be releasing, wide
Way
release.
to go.
I know, right? Messed it up. It was only limited release last weekend. So ended up going to see a different movie, but it was a blessing in disguise because I think I know who may be getting nominated for Best Actor.
Yes. Okay. I have something new I've seen as well. It just wasn't a movie. But we'll get to that and whatever you've seen coming up next. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Let us know what you've watched lately. TV, movies, possibly even YouTube or other, online stuff, because that's what Tim said. That's what Tim did. He was watching YouTube this weekend.
That's a great YouTube channel, Tim. Hang Time.
I watched Hang Time as well.
Yeah.
The new video where he goes to the supposed best and worst vacation spots in the United States.
Ooh, I need to watch that.
But the worst, he says he Googled it and this is what came up as the worst vacation spot in the United States. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
My family used to go to Myrtle Beach all the time.
There's no way Myrtle Beach is the worst.
That's crazy.
So right from the beginning, I rejected his premise.
Yeah.
I still watch the video, but if you were thinking worst vacation spot.
And it's Myrtle Beach?
Yeah.
That's wrong.
What else one, I would say Arizona, because I have a vendetta. That's my nemesis, the state of Arizona.
Okay.
Particularly Phoenix. But also seriously though, what about Atlantic City? That's gotta be worse than Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like anywhere, and maybe this is why Myrtle Beach was listed as a place that was bad. Anywhere that can get super duper busy. If you went to Myrtle Beach during spring break, maybe it's not as enjoyable.
Yeah,
maybe.
possibly not.
Yeah.
Possibly not. Yeah, just during the on season.
Yes.
But still.
It's still a good time. It's a beach.
Exactly.
It's a beach.
There's so much beach. There's mini golf. And then I also got frustrated, Tim, watching that Hang Time video because he gets his mom to come with him to Orlando, which is the best vacation spot. And they're going to swim with sharks. and then he like talks her out of swimming with sharks with him.
Why?
I know. I'm like,
Why?
let her swim with sharks.
Come on. He was worried for his mom or something?
I guess, yeah. I feel like he knew that she would freak out because his sister's also there, and she kind of starts to freak out, but she still does it. But I'm like, let her go. She's
Let
going to
her
be
try
fine.
it.
It's safe. Allie, what did you watch this weekend?
Well, I went to go see the new Tony movie, which is the biopic about kind of like a summer in Anthony Bourdain's life when he's quite young.
Yeah.
And
the reviews for that, like by the critics, are great.
It was phenomenal. I didn't realize also Antonio Banderas is in it, and he is spectacular in it. He might get a nomination for Oscar, but I feel like I can almost guarantee Dominic Sessna, who plays Anthony Bourdain, aka Tony, will get a nomination because he is so fantastic, and he's 19 years old.
Yeah.
That just blew me away. The movie's very good. It makes you think that Anthony Bourdain is a piece of work, and he absolutely was, especially at this time of his life. And he openly admits that because they start the movie off with a quote from the book, and he was like, I needed a good kick in the pants. That doesn't, with a different word used there, but he was something else. And but yeah, Dominic Sessna does a great job. It's a great movie, fantastic soundtrack.
I believe he's the guy. He was kind of introduced in The Holdovers.
Oh, I didn't ever watch that.
Yeah, you should definitely watch that because he's really good in that too with Paul Giamatti.
Yes,
I watched. I did have a question. I got to be quick. Did you have any relationship, like anything about Anthony Bourdain going into this movie? Because I don't know much about him at all.
I really did not know much about him either,
Okay.
but now I kind of want to read the book.
Yeah.
Because it was very interesting. Like the things that he went through in his life are crazy to me. At least in this one summer, I'm like, I need to know more about Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Okay, I watched the first episode of Lanterns on HBO Max, which apparently is like the biggest premiere of a DC show that they've done on HBO. It's did massive numbers, like bigger than The Penguin and Peacemaker and whatever.
Wow.
I unfortunately had in prepping for the show, happened to see a pretty major spoiler.
I've already seen a big spoiler for it too.
Yeah, and I'm like, that kind of ruined
I know. I've been avoiding watching it because of it.
And as much as I did like the first episode, if you know what the spoiler is too,
I know.
It really has me worried about.
It bums me out that they did this. I don't know. Very upset.
I'm worried. My thing is that like Aaron Pierre plays Jon Stewart, the new Green Lantern, and he is like just really blank. Like there's just not much going on there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's necessarily by design in the first episode or if that's just the character, which is not going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, to carry a whole show.
Yeah, so not a lot of charisma I wasn't seeing from that. But I mean, I feel like they are trying to make him more of like the businessman.
Yeah.
So maybe there's going to be a yin and yang there, but I don't know. But I did like the first episode. Police in Albany, Georgia are on the hunt for an elderly man because he picked up $30 off of the ground and didn't return it.
Okay. Wouldn't anyone do that? Finders keepers, right?
I'm sorry. That's stealing, Allie.
From who? The ground?
$30 belonged to somebody. And he should have turned it in, first of all. And now...
Was it at like a store or something?
It was at Walmart.
Oh, okay.
This is on the Albany, Georgia Police Department. I believe it's their Twitter, Facebook page. I'm not sure. The Albany Police Department would like the public's assistance with identifying the suspect in the photo.
The suspect?
They're calling this man out.
Why? He didn't steal anything.
Besmirching his good name.
Oh my gosh. Anybody would do this by mistake. I've always been told finders keepers.
The incident occurred at a Walmart in Albany, Georgia. An individual dropped $30 on the ground while shopping. This individual picked up the money and did not turn it into the employees. Anyone with information that may assist with identifying this individual is asked to contact the Albany Police Department.
Did he see the man who dropped it? Because, if you see somebody drop money, you're going to pick it up and give it back to them.
Right.
But if you just come across money on the ground, I thought it was just an understanding that you just take it. Like if you find somebody's wallet, yes, you turn that in. But if it's just like $1, like just a bill.
How much though? How much? At some certain point, I know, Allie, you're a very moral individual. At some point, there's enough money where you're like, I need to turn this in. Yeah.
I don't know what it would be. I mean,
$100? Would you just pocket that?
I think if it's over $100, I'm turning that back in because somebody may really need that.
I feel like what if there's $100, but it's in $5 $20 bills? Could you just take one of them?
No.
But that's what he did. I mean,
but I wouldn't
if it's a bigger quantity,
I wouldn't take part of it and then give it back because then that does feel like stealing.
No, I think you just take the 20 and then just be like,
and leave the rest.
Yeah, leave the rest. Be like, I didn't take over the limit.
Hey, everybody, there's money here.
Yeah.
I'll take 20. You take 20. No.
And then if it's all split up, none of us have to feel bad.
No. I think if it's a bill, I would definitely probably take it. But if it's like a whole bunch of money, then I would turn it in.
What if it was $30 of $1 bills?
I don't know, guys. I'm taking that.
I don't know where I'm just trying to find out where your limit is.
I don't know. It feels like a case-by-case thing.
Yeah.
I think the most I've ever found on the ground before is $20.
Uh-huh.
And I was at a store. It was at Kroger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as I'm, like, walking in or out of the store.
Yeah.
So it was, like, in that, like, causeway,
right.
Like, where the carts are.
Vestibule, some might call it.
And there were people around, and I looked around and, like, asked someone nearby, I'm like, do you know who this is? Like, did you drop this $20?
Yeah.
Is this yours? And they were like, nope, it's not mine.
That's a sucker move.
And so I just ended
because then
up...
they could just be like, yeah,
well,
I
if they
did drop $20.
then I would have given it to them, but they said no.
But they could have lied.
They could have, and
they
that
want
would have been
$20.
and that would have been on their conscience if they did. But they said no, and so I took it.
Yeah,
I guess I would have been on the Albany, Georgia website if I would have done this.
I mean, what's crazy is we can dispute and decide where the amount of money
the line is,
where the line is of whether you just keep it or whether you find somebody and be like, hey, if anybody, can you take care of this in case somebody comes looking for it? But for the police to be trying to identify this man.
Look for this maniac on the loose, the stealer.
That feels like too much.
Thief. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe if it's in a store, it's expected that you would just turn it in versus like a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I just assumed if you didn't see anybody drop it and you saw something on the ground that it was finders keepers.
This old man could have gone through his entire life without a criminal record, and now
he's on the Facebook page of the Albany Police Department.
This is changing his life forever. Over
for
$30. We spoke last week about the brutal heat wave that's been afflicting North Korea.
Yes.
And the ways that their government is telling them to beat the heat.
Yep.
One of their ideas was drink a liter of beer. That's how North Korea is handling it.
Yeah.
How about Japan? They're experiencing the same heat wave.
Okay.
And one of the things, not that their government is recommending this, but it's interesting the way that Japan is handling the heat. One of the things that many men in Japan have started doing because of the heat wave is full body hair removal.
Oh.
Apparently, this wasn't necessarily commonplace until fairly recently.
Okay.
Where now many grooming clinics are reporting that they are booked up. Appointments are going quickly.
Just completely solid.
Yeah, for hair removal. They say particularly lower leg hair removal has become particularly popular.
Wow. I wouldn't think that it would make that big of a difference.
Okay. Thank you for saying that because I was wondering, I don't have experience. My legs have always been hairy.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't have an experience of the other side of what it's like. But to me, it says I don't feel like my legs get so hot.
Yeah.
Or sweaty because they're hairy.
Like maybe if you had extremely thick hair.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I mean, I just don't buy it that would make that big of a difference, a big of a dent when they're having a record high of 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Just a little leg hair is going to make a difference there? I don't think so.
And what about because some guys are saying that it's also helps with sweating. like getting rid of the
Helps
hair.
with sweating?
It says they feel cleaner and more comfortable when sweating.
Okay.
I don't understand. I feel like the hair, like I feel like my body hair kind of like, I guess like in some cases it can kind of bunch up, you know? I mean, obviously like your armpits, like kind of, I don't know if it soaks up the sweat and makes it stink.
I'm a girl, so I don't know that.
But I feel like my arm hair and possibly my leg hair, I feel like it's like wicking. I feel like it wicks. Yeah, I think it wicks the sweat away or something. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like arm hair or like just body hair in general, it is for like, if you just like for practical things.
Yeah.
Like it was for protection, it's for warmth, all of that stuff. But I don't think it's enough of a difference to like need to chop it all off or razor it all off or whatever.
I really feel like it doesn't make much of a difference whether you have it or not, as far as like, you know, like does it insulate you and keep you warm in the cold temperatures or like keep you too hot in summertime? I really don't think that it makes that much of a difference.
Yeah, because I mean, as a girl, like the girls will tell you, you know, there's lots of times in the winter where we just go without like shaving our legs or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't personally feel that big of a difference. Like it doesn't make me.
Your legs are so warm.
It doesn't make me like warmer.
Do you ever feel though? This is what I'm imagining. That if I shaved my legs and then like was wearing shorts and it, like there was a breeze, then I'd be like, ooh, a nice breeze on the skin.
Maybe because that's an initial sensation you haven't felt before in that way.
But not if you're just used to it.
Yes, but if you're just used to it, it's just normal. Because they do say like for swimmers, Olympic swimmers, and really at any level of competitive swimming, what they'll tell swimmers to do is to wait until like the day of their competition to shave like their entire body. And you'll see this like Michael Phelps, he would have had like a beard right before like the Olympics would start. And then he'd shave it all off because it would be like a different sensation when you got in the water. So, and it would help them somehow. Like, you know,
it makes you feel faster.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like the littlest edge in competition is what they're looking for at the Olympics, you know, but it is a different sensation. So maybe that's what they're looking for. Just a little different sensation.
A lot of guys say like, oh, you need to have your beard in winter because it keeps you warm, and then you shave it in summer so your face doesn't get too hot. Now, I always typically have a beard almost all the time, but I'll grow at different lengths and stuff, and I never really feel a difference. Yeah. Not in warmth. Yeah. Not in sweatiness.
I don't really know many guys that do that, like cut based off of season their beard.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.